Nothing says down home like a mean green pot of collard greens. I'm Chef Tommi V, and today we're going to be making collard greens. And our list of ingredients are smoked turkey, we have some sugar, we have vinegar, crushed red pepper, and the obvious are collard greens, and we have some chicken stock. Let's begin. So first we need to cut our collard greens and wash them. And we are going to take the stems out of the collard greens. The stem is pretty fibrous, and so it can make the greens lose the tenderness that they can have with it absent. So you just take your leaf and you peel the stem out. I'll show you again. Take your leaf, turn it upside down, grab the stem from the top, and then pull it straight down. My grandmother showed me how to take the stems out and to clean the greens, and we actually take them after we finish cutting them. We soak them in the sink. I fill the sink up with some water, and I add in the sink some baking soda. What the baking soda does, because it's alkaline, it actually helps the tenderize the greens. So it's starting the process before it even gets into the pot. And that's how we like to eat our greens. We like them nice and tender. So now that I have all the stems out of these greens, I'm going to show you how to roll them and to cut them. The term is chiffonade. It will be cutting the leaves into ribbons. So you want to take the greens and you want to lay them flat, stacked on top of each other, and then we're going to roll them like a cigar. Nice and tight. And then we take our knife and we just go down and we cut the ribbons. After I cut them, if I leave them this way, they're going to be long. So I just take the row and I cut down the middle, and it'll cut them right in half. And you continue that through the whole process until you get all of your greens cut. As you can see, I already have some done. So we're ready to cook these greens. So this recipe is super simple. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients, but it is absolutely packed with flavor. So what we're going to do first is we're going to add our smoked turkey into our pan. And we're using chicken stock for our liquid. Now, there's a saying that chefs have that anything is better than water simply because water tastes like nothing. Well, with the broth, the chicken stock, it already has flavor, and it's just going to continue to enhance the flavor profile of the greens. And we're going to also add in our crushed pepper. And we're going to let this come to a boil, and then we'll turn it down, but we want to start to release the flavor from the smoked turkey. And so as the heat hits it and that rapid boil, it'll start breaking open that skin and release the flavor of the smoked turkey into our broth. Okay, now that the chicken stock has come to a boil, we've got the flavor releasing in here with the smoked turkey. Now we can move on and add the other ingredients. First, we're going to cut the flame down some because we don't need all that action. We'll put it on medium. And the next step in the directions, it's really simple. It's a layering. And so we're going to put in a stack of the greens. We're going to add some sugar, and we're going to add some pepper. We're going to let them cook down, and we're going to continue that until we run out of our greens and we run out of our sugar. So we'll start by putting in the greens. And it looks like we have a lot of greens here in this colander. However, these greens are going to cook down and we're going to have, it's not going to be a full pot, but it'll be definitely enough to feed the family. So we put our greens in, then we take our sugar, we sprinkle this on top. Now the sugar does two things. It also acts as a tenderizer. In addition to the tenderizing, it makes it a sweet pot of greens. Don't knock it till you try it. It is absolutely delicious and it transforms the profile flavor of the greens. The flavor profile of the greens. Now we're gonna let those cook down. I'll put the lid on to speed up the process. Now we're going to add our next layer. This is 3 full bundles of greens, so we should only have to do this 3 times total with this amount of greens. And we will repeat the process. Sugar, and then the pepper. I'm going to push them down to get them down into the liquid. You see they start high up here and then they end up moving all the way down. We can add our next layer. Final addition of the sugar and the pepper. We have 2 more ingredients remaining. It's our vinegar and our salt. When you add acid to any dish, it amps up the flavor. It adds a brightness. And with these collard greens, it's tradition to have some type of vinegar in a lot of households, especially down south, and it just really adds a nice tang to your greens. We're going to let these cook down. First, let's add in our vinegar, and we'll add in some salt. And we can always come back and add additional seasoning of salt after we taste the final product. But for now, we'll just add a little bit and we'll check it once they're finished. So the greens are finished. They look absolutely amazing. And in Vincent country, it's all about legacy inspired cooking. So this recipe, I believe that my grandmother would be completely proud. And I know they taste even better than what they look.